coast to coast, it's your hosts, the Lombardi Leap and Mersey FB. This is Beyond the Frozen Tundra.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, the Lombardi Leap, here with Mersey FB. Let's talk Packers football. Sunday night football in Pittsburgh. It definitely went a lot better than I think a lot of people thought it was going to go. I mean, 35-25, Jordan Love had a game along with a couple other players who I will let you kind of spoil here.
Tucker Kraft and Christian Watts on the offense.
Remember what I said? Get the ball to Tucker Kraft and what's going to happen?
Good things happen.
You know what's crazy is they left, you know what they left him off of?
Special teams?
No. Because it was national tight end.
Oh yeah, they left him off of the promo for that.
They put Tyler Warren on there before Tucker Kraft. And Tyler Warren's a rookie, a good rookie.
That is crazy. That's disrespectful. He's a good rookie, but that's disrespectful.
Yeah. I mean, oh my goodness. And Tucker Kraft's like, nah, you're going to remember me. This is who I am. He went off. And like you said, dude, seeing Christian Watson back, man.
You see what he opens up for the offense, though.
Oh, it's night and day difference.
As a deep threat, as a blocker on the outside, like he is what this offense has been missing.
And he blocked really, really well for somebody less than 8 months removed from tearing his ACL. Like, he did everything pretty much well.
It's crazy. He only missed 6 games from the ACL tear.
And for all the people out there who said we should extend Romeo Doubs over Christian Watson, it's disrespectful to Christian Watson. Like, Christian Watson is
disrespectful to Watson.
He's so important to the offense, and people just 6'4" guys who run like what, a 4.2? I think that's what he runs.
So Watson's like 4.3.
Yeah, 4.3.
He's quick. That boy quick.
Yeah, exactly. 4.36.
All it is that boy quick.
For a guy his size to do that, to do what he does and be able to run that fast, like they don't. I've had people say to me, "Oh, you just get one from the draft again." Like, no, they don't make guys who run that fast and are that big.
One pops up every like 3 years.
Mm-hmm. It just absolutely opened up the rest of the offense there, and I think a lot of people kind of, especially people who were like, Love is in Rodgers' shadow still. I don't think Jordan Love is in Rodgers' shadow anymore.
I think he's past that one.
Yeah, I definitely think the torch has been passed there, to say the least. Jordan Love, 29 for 37, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns. Emmanuel Wilson was actually our leading rusher, which I understand. It seems like Josh Jacobs is kind of still dealing with a nagging calf injury, I think. He had 11 carries for 61 yards.
He looked a little slower.
Josh Jacobs did look a little slower.
Emmanuel Wilson, we've been talking about possibly trading him, but gotta give him credit for this game. He showed up when we needed him to and get the tough yards.
He had a little bit of pop to him too.
He was refusing to go down on contact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a little bit of juice there. And then obviously, like, one of the other stories of the show is Tucker Kraft, 7 receptions, 143 yards. Probably like 90% of that came from after the catch and 2 touchdowns.
And what was cool to see too this game is a couple times Love was getting in trouble and he's like, well, let's throw it to Tucker.
Yeah, I trust Tucker.
Yeah.
And I do. I trust Tucker more than a lot of the other guys out there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Just because I know Tucker's going to get open. And then when I know Tucker gets open, then when Tucker, not only is Tucker going to get open, I know he's not going to go down. I know he's going to get where he needs to go, and then some.
Also, I think he's very underrated at making contested catches just because he's such a he's a bigger guy.
Absolutely.
And, like, if someone gets their arm on him, it's not going to cause him to drop a pass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now that Watson's back healthy, I think we got to stop with the deep shots to Romeo. Like, you have 2 other guys who are better at it.
Who get open.
And then so Romeo doesn't try to just like draw a DPI by letting the defender run into him and trip both of them up.
Yeah, like that was, oh my goodness. That was probably the most disappointing thing the first half when it came to the offense. was that.
Yeah, there was another one too. They threw it to him deep, and it just popped off his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like hit him firmly in the hand, and just. I mean, it's easy for us to talk about it as we're behind a mic, but
True.
at some point, you got to start questioning things.
And I do think it's a valid criticism, like
Mhm.
because there were a few times where Matthew Golden, who was wide open again and
Overlooked for Dobbs.
overlooked for Dobbs, or like one of the last plays of the game, he's wide open.
Yeah.
Golden's wide open for a touchdown, and Jordan Love just tosses it out of reach to Emmanuel Wilson.
I think he was trying to get that one off quick because
Yeah.
there was pressure on him. But Matthew Golden's time will come. I swear it will come eventually.
But I mean, offensive line though, Jordan Love does do a lot of heavy lifting in terms of being Houdini when it comes to sack avoidance. He didn't get sacked at all. He did have to take. He did have to drop back quite deep sometimes though.
Oh, if in the first half it was kind of frustrating him taking like 10 to 12-yard dropbacks, and they were like, "You dropping back quick."
Yes. Oh yeah.
Too. So I was like, "Oh." And then he settled into the game, was able to manage everything a little more. I think the play calling stepped up too.
Yeah.
Like Matt LaFleur was like, "Oh, I've realized my mistakes," and if he could call every game like the second half, that would be great.
One of the also things that was like, I understand why Golden had to play out of the slot. I don't think that's his position that utilizes his skill set the most. But I mean, Jaden Reed's on IR,
Wicks is hurt.
and Wicks should be good to go for this next game. Like getting Golden snaps out of the Z, especially now with Watson back, like having those two on the field at the same time is going to be so much speed that opposing defenses aren't going to know what to do.
Oh, for sure.
So that was kind of disappointing. I thought they could have gotten some better reads for Golden, but I understand why it was difficult this game, just given what he was asked to do, you know?
Yeah.
But we beat the 27 quote unquote number or curse, whatever you want to call it. I don't really want to call it a curse, but we got more than 27 points and still won the game. That's what mattered the most there.
That is what matters. And then I think with your point with Reed too, or not Reed, Dobbs, you can, when Reed and Wicks are back healthy, Dobbs is kind of the odd man out.
Yeah, that trade deadline's coming up quick.
You get Dobbs' production in aggregate, I think, between even just Wicks and Heath.
Yeah, because both of them can play. Like Wicks and Heath can play. Heath can definitely play the X. But Wicks can play the Z and the X as well as the slot. So 100%.
You don't want Golden in the slot much. You want Watson and Golden to be your perimeter receivers more often than not, and then you'd have Wicks and Reed rotate in the slot, and like Wicks can be. Or Reed primarily in the slot, and Wicks just rotates wherever is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And then Heath is the fifth wide receiver, like coming in for jumbo blocking. Like that's how I think this offense should be run, and that leaves Dobbs as the odd man out.
Yeah, and he should be he should be. I mean, Golden is a better player. He was drafted in the first round for a reason. We know how important Christian Watson is to this offense, given we know what it's like without him, and we know how much better it is with him. And obviously, like Tucker Kraft's one of the best tight ends in the NFL. I mean, those are your three main targets right there. And Wicks and Reed can play the slot, you know, whereas Dobbs doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can get a lot of what Dobbs does from Malik Heath as well. I mean, you were the one who told me that before.
Yeah, I also do another point, like, not to keep ragging on Dobbs here, but like I think Heath is at least on the field bigger, better blocker, runs a little faster. So I mean, the 40 times might disagree with you, but on the field I think he's different.
He looks a little smoother.
Yeah.
I do agree with you there. Yeah, he does look a little smoother there, but they're very much a similar player. 100%. I mean, overall though, I'm happy with the offense. It's just got to put together two halves. You can't just. I think they're averaging 7.7 points in the first half.
Over the past 3 games, yes.
Yeah, over the past 3 games, and again, I'm glad the defense is showing up, but you can't get yourself into a hole.
I agree.
Got to either get ahead or keep up. Which, speaking of the defense.
Should we start with the bad for the defense and then we talk about the good? Because there's more good than there is bad. There's just one glaring, horrible issue.
There's one glaring, horrible issue named Keyshawn Nixon.
And to an extent, Nate Hobbs, but mostly Keyshawn Nixon.
Well, Nate Hobbs,
Like, he didn't play this game, so we can't really.
Yeah, I can't really. He was benched. He only played 4 snaps.
Was it 2 or 3 of them didn't count due to penalties?
PFF gave him 4, so maybe I guess 3. Maybe 3 of them didn't count. I think 3 of them didn't count due to penalties. Only 1 did.
Okay. Anyway, quick aside for Keyshawn Nixon. There is one penalty that I will kind of give him the benefit of the doubt on, and it is because Rodgers underthrew the ball by 10 yards, and the receiver just stopped.
Well, he got baited.
Yeah, he got baited. But also, like, that is the dumbest defensive penalty you can ever possibly get.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'll cut him some slack there.
you will cut him some slack there. But that gets fixed if he turns his head around and locates the ball.
Which he can't do ever.
He never does. And it's also the most annoying thing, too, is because then he'll turn around and he'll see the flag and he'll be like, oh, come on, man. What did I do? I played perfect coverage. No, you did not.
No, you didn't look for the ball.
He gave up, or like that flag went against him. Then, or earlier in the game, I think on the Pittsburgh's first drive, in which we held them to a field goal, he gave up a 40-yard completion to Roman Wilson, in which he just stopped running.
Yeah, he gave up.
I think he thought the play was over.
Which is crazy because you practiced against Aaron Rodgers. That's
Yeah.
absolutely wild to me. I mean, at this point, it's inexcusable. Like Carrington Valentine, after being MIA from playing last week, came in,
Played amazing.
played really, really well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That pass breakup on the DK Metcalf pass in the end zone was amazing. He was out of position. He came back, rallied, knocked the ball out. That was perfect. He did unfortunately have a DPI against Darnell Washington, but Darnell Washington's like 6'6", 280. So
I don't blame him for that.
I don't blame him on calling that's a little bit ticky tacky, but
He like dwarfed. He dwarfed Carrington Valentine.
oh dude, it's so bad.
I was like, buddy, yeah, go for it. I'm not even mad.
No. You guys can have that one. He was tackling very well.
Yeah, that was my thing. Because that was one of his criticisms too, was his tackling. And then he looked more comfortable in the system.
I think that comes with time for sure too.
And on that note too, because I want to mention this, because we saw this with Valentine last year. Like Valentine didn't play because he was struggling with understanding the system completely. And I think some of that did bleed into this year. And some of that, especially when it comes to the zone assignments, I think that might be Nate Hobbs' issue, because
okay, yeah,
Nate Hobbs looked better in man coverage than he does in zone right now.
Right.
And that really kind of indicates to me right now that there's like a disconnect between understanding where he needs to be when it comes to the zone scheming. So, because like he does look like Nate Hobbs did look lost, especially on the zone calls. Whereas during the man calls, I was like, okay,
he kind of knew what to do.
yeah, and like he is again, like you can take PFF. I know there's like a controversy with PFF right now, so take PFF with a grain of salt. But it does warrant some consideration. Like PFF has him graded very highly when it comes to man coverage.
Right.
So there is something to look at there in terms of the corners. But I mean, Carrington Valentine, definitely, he should start here moving forward. I don't think there is any question on that. If there is, call me crazy.
Well, I mean, probably not, unless he can beat out Bull in the slot, but Hobbs couldn't even do that, and that's Hobbs' best position. So
I don't want to move Bullard from the slot at this point. He's too good at the line of scrimmage.
he's doing so well.
Part of the reason why we're not getting beat on all those screenplays is because Javon Bullard lays the hit stick on him all the time.
Yeah, he's sorting through blockers so well.
Yes.
I think you move Nixon to the bench, and then you try and play Hobbs. Just play more man coverage, maybe? Like, I don't know what the hesitancy there is.
Well, I think the hesitancy was, is Valentine going to tackle? You know, and like that's legitimate. That was a legitimate concern. And obviously, like this week, we saw, okay, it doesn't matter here, near, far, up, down. Like Valentine was like, I'm going to tackle, which was good. So you're definitely taking a step there. And I mean, if you think about it too, like the most expendable person in that secondary is Keyshawn Nixon, like realistically.
Yeah, older, doesn't really do much other than give up yards at corner. Like he's an okay punt return. Well, they're using him on punt return recently, and he's been like okay at it.
Well, he hasn't been doing it much. So I mean, there is going to be some rust there. And like again, back to the PFF thing though, the Commanders game is really carrying his grade over the course of the year. Like if you look at it, I think he had like a 76 grade from the Lions game, which was solid, but our pass rush was ridiculous that game. And then it was like a 90 against the Commanders, and it's been sub 56 ever since the Commanders game for his coverage grade.
Yeah, there's an issue there.
So ever since the Commanders game, he's been giving up a lot in coverage. And I think that too, like you said, he's older. He's prime. If you can stick him back on punt return and kick returns, and he's going to still be good at it, then that solves one of your issues there. And especially if they sign a guy, which I'm hoping they do,
They should, or else it's like malpractice to have this room going into January. Especially too, because like we're one injury away from figuring out if Bo Melton has it at corner,
if Bo Melton,
or like if you trust Kamal Hadden at the NFL level,
who hasn't been active.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. I will. I do think, like, obviously we've been negative here, but it's a reoccurring thing with the CB room.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about Quay Walker and Edrin Cooper.
Linebackers? Yeah, let's work our way towards the line of scrimmage. Let's go for the linebackers next.
Dude, Edrin Cooper is so good at football. Like, Cooper is ridiculously good at football.
This was a like earlier in the season he struggled a little bit. I think he's finally knocking that rust off and returning to how he was when he had that month of like defensive player or defensive rookie of the year or defensive rookie of the month, or
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
When you had that kind of stretch of games, he is playing incredibly well. You called it. No, wait. Did you call it?
I said I thought he was gonna have a good game, but I did end up going with Rashawn Gary. That ended up being my pick.
Okay. Well, you got both of them anyway. We'll get to Gary. My defensive pick was Quay. I thought he did better.
I thought he had a really good game.
He had a really good game. He was calling out stuff, like he was calling out what Rodgers was doing pre-snap, which I thought was incredible.
Oh yeah.
And then he helped in the run game. He importantly kept his composure when DK Metcalf was up in his face,
running his finger. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like maturity, real time.
Yeah.
Didn't get ejected. That was awesome. I'm happy for Quay.
He broke up a pass too, I think, right?
I mean,
think he did.
Kind of. Like, he was in coverage. I think it was a little far for Jonnu. I mean, like,
oh, right.
It was for Jonnu. It was a little far. But the fact that Quay Walker stuck with him, I mean, him being hot on the tail.
He registered 2 passes defended.
I guess maybe they did count it as a pass defense then. That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Cooper almost had a pick on Aaron Rodgers.
That was so close.
I mean, I'm really happy with our linebacker core. Like,
how weird does it sound to say that, eh? From like a couple of years ago.
The Blake tackle you 10 yards down the field, Martinez.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyron Hopper made like a great play on a 2-point conversion. His one play, he steps in. Anytime he steps in, he's making plays. I mean, Quay Walker, Edrin Cooper are your duo here. Gotta get that Quay Walker extension done.
They have to figure out the extension, or else it's just the numbers is going to keep getting higher.
Yeah.
Also, too, there was a lot of base defense earlier in the game. Like, Aaron did a good job of keeping the 3 linebackers on the field.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be McDuffie anymore in base. Like, I think it should be Hopper, Quay, Coop, or Quay, Hopper, Coop.
Hopper's so much better. I really think
so much better than McDuffie. Hopper's bigger, faster, stronger. It's just, I think that the Boston College connections are really helping McDuffie.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see, because Isaiah McDuffie did get extended. They did keep him. He was a free agent.
They shouldn't have even done that, but.
And it wasn't that big of an extension. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
They can get out of it, but.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like.
If they might start phasing him out here, I hope so. Interesting to see that. And then obviously, dude, Micah Parsons, and
he's just Micah Parsons, man. It's like every game he played amazing.
Like, he's just
he might not have like blown up the stat sheet, but he got a sack. He had a bunch of pressures, forced Aaron off of his spot a bunch, which helped Rashawn. Forced Aaron to step up, and then Rashawn would loop around the tackle and guard and clean up the play.
Rashawn Gary, 2 sacks. Like,
one of them was by himself though. Like, one of them was just him.
Did you see we broke the curse? Did you see we broke the belt curse though?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe he did that. I was like, this is why we're in such a pickle in the first half.
It's like, oh, the curse has been broken.
The curse is broken. I think too, Devontae Wyatt was back this game. You saw his impact up the middle.
Absolutely.
Being able to actually force like pressure up the middle is how Hafley runs his defense.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and then or his defensive line is only functional really when you get pressure up the middle. And that's why you see Micah running over the nose gap, everything.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like having, like you said, having Wyatt back in there, like there was a ripple effect.
It's big. Yeah, it's a big.
Brooks had a great game out there with Wyatt, especially. Like, I mean, there was that almost, like, that was Brooks who forced that almost fumble.
This should be a fumble. It's a dumb rule. It looked like, I know Jalen Warren was right there, but it's like,
He wasn't even looking for the ball. Blocking.
Clearly blocking that play. I know he probably lined up in the backfield, so it made him as eligible as a receiver.
Yeah, it's a weird rule.
At least be a 15-yard penalty. It should have at least been an intentional. Oh, I also don't even want to talk about the refs. Like, I don't want to have that discussion at all.
Yeah, they were bad. They were so bad.
They were just bad on both sides. So,
because I do want to talk Packers football more, especially the defensive line. Like Wyatt, awesome. Brooks, shine. Wooden is just like Colby Wooden is just serviceable. And if Warren Brinson didn't get hurt, I
don't think you'd see much of him.
Yeah, I at this point, like Warren Brinson has way more upside than Colby Wooden, and that's as a run stuffer and a pass rusher as well. That's both.
Yeah, because he's heavier, stronger.
Wooden just no serious defense should have Wooden started.
He's had a couple of reps too where he's just won instantly, but you can't tell if that's a missed blocking assignment or him actually just being good.
I think it's. I think
like
it's.
They just
I think it's a missed blocking assignment
down the middle, and he's just staring in front of the line, or it's staring at the running back, being like, "Okay, hopefully I don't mess this up." But then also in the Steelers game, there was Warren was running, and Colby Wooden tried to get him down by just plowing his shoulder into him, and then just missed the tackle.
Yeah, I agree. And like, what's funny is people were just singing his praises a week ago, and I'm like, guys, you got to look who we're playing against. You got to look at the bigger picture here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I do think it seems like they like Wooden, or it seems like they like Brinson. So I think it'll be interesting to see how that goes moving forward. But do you think we have a controversy brewing on special teams? I know that's not a crazy thing to say because it's special teams.
I don't think he was fully healthy coming into the game. I think he was healthy enough to kick, and he wanted to kick, but I don't think he was 100%.
So you think his ego got in the way, and he should have sat?
Probably. In which case, we should have still started Havrisic.
Yeah.
Anyway, the substitute teacher.
The substitute teacher.
We should have probably played him, and then it wouldn't have been as close of a game. Like, we would have been down by what?
Well, we missed 2 field goals.
Would have been down by 3 heading into half.
Yeah.
And then would have won by 14, I think.
Almost. Yeah, I mean, you probably could have. Like, realistically, like, the Packers did leave points on the board. They could have won by 20.
Mm-hmm. It's stopping the, like, self-inflicted mistakes, I think, is the biggest issue.
Yeah. 100% there. I mean, I think that I do think they should sit McManus coming up here. That's just my opinion.
They'll see how he does in practice. They'll see how he does in practice and warm. I think it should be a true game time decision, though.
Yeah, I would sit him, and here's why I would sit him. The trade deadline is November 4th. Havrisky gets one more game to prove what he can do, and if he does it consistently, because he did it in the dome. If he does it in the dome in Arizona, and then does it in the outdoor fields of Lambeau, I think he's a legit kicker. Then, like and that could. Somebody could be like,
he
hey.
He can kick the Bengals game, eh? No.
Okay. No, that was McManus. So I think that
they
will solidify his audition. And then maybe Brian Gutekunst can actually get a draft pick for him,
Can they move? Oh, so you're thinking give him another tryout and then move Havrisic and rock with McManus?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do. Like, if that's what you... Either
or. If they go the other way, can they move off of McManus? Because I do know they extended him, so I don't know
how
they can. Pricey that would be.
No, okay. It's like... I told somebody this yesterday. I think it's like... It's not a lot in dead cap. I know that. Like, it really isn't. It's insignificant. They can actually move off of him in the offseason.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah. They probably will then if they're not able to
it's not a big deal at all. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
It's just I do think you rest McManus this week, and then because I would like him at 100%, especially for the Eagles game, if you decide to keep McManus, which I'd say they're leaning for that, and that, like it seems like more of a Bisaccia thing. I mean, Packers, another dominant win against a team that people said really good. I mean, the line was only 1.5, and we ended up winning by 10 points. So it was at a place where the Packers haven't won since the 70s, which is crazy. Jordan Love wins in a hostile environment. Like, I mean, would you say this is the first true statement road game win?
The Chiefs game 2023 was at home, right?
Yeah, I think so. I would say here. I should say this season to specify. Like,
okay, yeah, this season it's the first like statement game. They played the first 2 games at home and then tied Dallas. I would say his other like statement performance would have been the 2023 wild card against Dallas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being like, hey, look what I can do. And then he's had good games too in which they've lost, but like this was the first.
I'm out from under Rodgers' shadow game.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
As people online are saying, he was playing real ethical hoops.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it wasn't just a win. Like, it was symbolic there. I do think the Packers, you are seeing the Packers put things together, and I think that this will quiet the Rodgers over Love crowd, and that the Packers made a mistake. At least it'll quiet some of them. On to the next game here. I mean, on to the next game here. Jordan Love getting some MVP talk. We go back to Lambeau Field for 2 home games against the kind of, I guess.
Oh, we play the Eagles in Lambeau?
Yeah, we play the Eagles at Lambeau. So, but first we play the Carolina Panthers at home, wearing our navy and kind of bronzish throwbacks on Sunday at Lambeau, and then we take on the Eagles. We will release our Carolina Panthers breakdown, and I know we jokingly said this before the show, but it's not going to be like, how much do we believe they're going to win? Well, how many points are they going to score, kind of a thing, because the Carolina Panthers are going to beat them, but don't overlook them. Because any given
Did you
Sunday,
even see Jordan Love that game? Question mark. It'll be a Malik Willis show.
No, any given week, we've seen it. We lost to Cleveland, so not going to overlook them here. And looking forward to that episode here on Friday. Until next time.
To Packers fans coast to coast, thanks for going beyond the frozen tundra. We appreciate you tuning in. And as always, go Pack Go!